So this is a test of the Rode Wireless Go system. I've had it for just under a week now, and this whole video will be shot on the system so you can kind of get an idea of what it sounds like. So real quickly, things I like about it: of course, it's small. I love the screen. I love the information it displays on the screen. The battery life is great. The range is fairly good. And it's just super easy and enjoyable to use. The issue, and the reason why I actually almost returned it, is that the audio cuts out. So if you have the transmitter, especially if it's on your chest, but even if it's on your side, the audio will sometimes cut out if the subject is moving. So I found that when I would turn around or when I would walk away from the camera, the audio would start clipping, and then it renders the video useless. So I was really concerned with that. I called Rode. The gentleman that I spoke to pointed out three different things. First of all, it runs on the 2.4 gigahertz band, which is a fairly weak band. Number two, it has a very small antenna since it's in such a small device. And number three, it doesn't have a built-in booster. So its bigger brother, the Rode Link system, has a larger antenna. It still runs on the 2.4 gigahertz band, but it has a larger antenna and it has a built-in booster. So it's a little more consistent in the audio than this system, but that's something to think about. I didn't want to spend the $400, which is why I went with the $200 for this one. So after a couple days though of playing around with it and really getting to see its limitations and its strengths, I've decided to keep it, and I just now know what expectations I should have on it. And that's kind of why I'm making this video. I want you to know what you're getting yourself into before you buy it. And so what I'm going to use it for are things like this. In a studio where the subject isn't moving, whether it's an interview or tech review or whatever it is that I happen to be filming, this will be great for that. There's no worries with it. It's super simple, very easy, good audio quality. It gets the full spectrum of your voice, lows, highs, all of that. I really like it for that. If it's for some kind of action video where the subject wearing the device is moving around, where there's any chance of them turning their back or turning their side to the camera or the receiver, I'm probably not going to use this, because if I need the audio, I can't rely on this system for something like that. So now I'm going to take it outside and let you hear just what I'm talking about. So I'll see you out there. All right, so now you're hearing, I'm outside. There's some road noise out to my right on the highway, and birds chirping. I'm not sure what all you'll be able to pick up, but I'm about 10 feet from the camera, and so I'm gonna take a step back, and I'm just gonna keep stepping. And so you'll be able to see that most likely you're gonna hear without any cutting all the way back here. So no issues. This is really about all the farther I would need it to go. And so the problem kind of comes in if you start moving. So if I turn here and I'm looking this way with the transmitter on the right side of me, I found that that's a lot. So if I'm in an environment where if I have a hook to somebody and the subject is moving around, that can be an issue. So I'm actually going to clip this to my front here. And this is when I really started experiencing problems. So if you were to use, say, no lav mic and you just had it clipped to your clothing, and you're just using the built-in mic, that can cause some problems. So right now it should be fine because I have a direct line of sight to the receiver. But when I turn my back to the camera now to test to see if it cuts, I'm gonna keep my side to the camera. I'm just trying to break up that line of sight a little bit so you can maybe see just what I'm talking about when I say that it breaks up fairly easily. So it probably is cutting out a little bit here and there right now. In my experience, that's what happens with this mic. Without that booster and with such a small antenna, you're going to have problems the moment the subject turns his back to the mic. Now, maybe that's not really a problem, because maybe that's not something that you're going to see with what you're filming. It's all based on how you'll be using it. again, I'm not trying to persuade anybody not to get this system. I love Rode mics. I love the Rode Wireless Go. It just has certain limitations that you have to keep in your mind before you purchase. So I hope this is helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.